Hi there, everyone. Thought that the construction was progressing so nicely here at 771 Main Street that folks would like a brief tour through what has been done so far. The construction crew from P&M has been doing a fantastic job and wanted to share that progress with you. So what you're looking at here actually is the two new offices that are being constructed by where the filing cabinets were with the administrative files. So just for a state of orientation, this is the administrative corner of the building here. And this was the open area between what was more recently Sherry Locke's office and Taylor's office. And these two offices here will be occupied once the glass is up in front of it and the offices are finished, will be occupied by members of our finance team. So as you can see, they've made two spaces that will soon be enclosed, again with a glass front, out of what was once one space. So this is the smaller of those two offices. And then as we walk down here, this is where the rest of the construction is happening, mostly in the front of the building. As you can see, we've taken down cubicles to allow for the construction. We're also looking at getting new cubicles for 771 Main Street and repurposing these at Gouldville and other facilities. They have finished the framing and today started to put up the sheetrock along this wall that cubicles will rest up against, that will form the corridor in the front west side of the building that will provide us with the places for public meeting space and for individuals who see clients. This is the corridor that I'm referring to. Temporarily right now, we currently have Candy and our reception operations functioning out of this space. Say hi to everyone, Candy. Hi. Candy is seeing visitors through the window right here. In the time during the construction. And Candy, I'm taking people on a tour of the site because gosh, there's been a lot of progress in the last week here. So we'll go down the hall here further. These offices, these two next offices will remain untouched on the inside. But as you can see right here, the corridor is continuing to be constructed, and right here will be another service window that they're framing up, and they're preparing to frame the doorway there that will come in again here to the west side of the building. This first office here that was Randy Rattray's is going to become the heap intake. You can see the windows there from the former switchboard. It's being used to store stuff right now, but they have cut a window into that, and this will be on the other side of this window will be where the heap customers will sit in this private enclosed space here that many of you may remember was a former little closet area that is now going to become the heap intake space. So I'll show it to you from the lobby perspective. It's still being framed in here, but that is going to be the heap intake space where the customers are going to go in and then speak through that window space to the individual taking their intake. The doorway going to the east side, for the west side of the building there, will be covered up and enclosed. Then moving here through the lobby, you can see there's been a lot of work done here and is being done in the lobby. You'll recognize this green circular wall here against the conference rooms and bathroom. This space right here is going to be the new switchboard or reception area that will be up against the outside window in case we ever need to accept paperwork and the like through the window again. They're framing this, but this will be the actual service window, and then the door to the side there will be how the individual gets in and out of the reception space. That has opened up a considerable amount of space here in the lobby, as the former reception area that used to come out, you can sort of see on the floor where it used to come out, is no longer there, and that room is being framed in to become the new WIC clinic, one day a week when WIC clinics are held here. But at other times of the week, it will be used as an intake space for housing and workforce and other services. So it'll be a longer room where we'll be able to see clients and do intake with pregnant and expecting moms through the WIC program. That on the other side of that is Beth Menifield's space doing WIC intake. So I'll take you through how a customer is going to go through. They'll come through the clinic and then come into this enclosed space that's going to be the new WIC location. This will be Beth's space here, the first space where she will actually see customers right in her office, WIC customers right in her office. There'll be a door here for clients to exit out through the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center and then out the east door as you know it. So that's this space here. Katie Faulkner's space is right here. As you can see, the offices have been brought out a little bit further to make more room for clients to be housed right within the office space. And this wall here, which is being framed, which will have the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center on the other side, is in place. And then Rochelle Roy's office, which is remaining pretty much untouched, is sitting there vacant on the other side. Then this door right here will lead WIC customers when there is a clinic to Lucy Morin's space in Conference Room C, which is otherwise remaining untouched, where she will see clients there doing oral health exams for WIC. Other times of the week when it's not being used, it will be used by Hope and Prosperity Resource Center folks who will use it as their conference and meeting space. Speaking of Hope and Prosperity Resource Center folks, there's their 4 offices there that used to be the wide open space where the computers were set up, and not that long before that used to house cubicles for staff. So there are 4 offices here. The first one here is going to be Connie Mulpety, who is going to be working with the folks at WIC in the breastfeeding support work. This will be her space, but the remaining 3 and some down the line there, the traditional offices that we've had for some time, these 3 offices, as well as the office right there where you can see the door and the light on that's largely remaining untouched, will all be used by the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. So this is the space. These are the renovations. You can see the rest of the room is being blocked off with that sheet there. But just wanted to share with you a wider view. A lot of things kind of in the middle just covered up for storage. But this is the new space of the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center, looking on to the WIC space. And that's where we're at with construction. Pretty exciting right now, and glad to see the progress. We'll bring you some more progress updates as things continue to move on, but things are progressing very nicely. Thank you all.